Welcome to the Commit to Change podcast. I am your host, the Jane of all trades, but the master of living, Miss Nikki in the house. Hello. So what exactly is the Commit to Change podcast? What does it mean to commit to change? Basically, I'm going to be interviewing different types of people at different levels of life who decided to live that life, what you would consider inside of the box, which is the normal, the day-to-day, or what we were trained to do and while we're in school is to get the good grades, to go to school, to get the good job, and then you just live your life. Nothing wrong with that. However, there are some people who decided to break those walls around them and step out and do something different than what we have been normally trained to do. Of course, that could be through entrepreneurship. It could be that, hey, they decided to lose weight and their health journey actually started to involve other people, and they helped, and it was no longer about themselves. It became a community thing. Or someone that decided to write a book or two or three, and they are helping to change other people's lives. So it's basically people that are local, the people that you would, consider the small fry that you may not necessarily hear about, or know about. They're considered the small fry in the industry, but they're doing big and great and fantastic things in their communities. And so this is what I wanted to be able to highlight, people that are doing those things, because I think they deserve the attention too. Now, of course, once a month, I intend on having what I consider a special guest or a special edition, or one of the people who are the big fries of the industry and have been making moves worldwide and have already taken what they're doing and have created some type of business out of what they're doing and have accumulated $1 million or more, and counting. And they will be the ones that just going to give you a little bit more information on how do you move from becoming that small fry where you are doing those things and then taking that extra step and continuing to climb and taking it out and reaching more and more people and changing lives every day, which is absolutely amazing. Now, who am I? I know you're probably like, well, who gives you the authority to be able to do things like that? Listen, I'm just as I said, a Jane of all trades, but I'm just a person just like the next, trying to make it in this world. Once upon a time, or I still am, actress first, performer all day long. I sing, I dance, I act, I choreograph, the whole shebang. But as with life, person has to take care of family, and that whole premise of the struggling actor is real. So guess what? A sister had to hustle until she found her way. And basically, I just learned how to live life. And I learned that that whole 9-to-5 thing just wasn't for me. And I learned how to create my income outside of that and doing what I love. So then it becomes not a job, it becomes just living. Yes, I'm able to use my money to live and not live to make money. You feel me? I'm a little silly, don't mind me. So basically, let's see. Commit to Change originally started with a fitness movement I did, because I myself, I got to that point where I ended up gaining a lot of weight. I actually I was a stand-in for the movie in Tower Heights for Gabby Sidibe. Now, not knocking her, but everyone knows in the industry that she is a heavier woman. And for me, that was just not a comfortable position. And I said to myself, hey, self, you need to do something about that. So the fact that you could even be considered to be a stand-in for this beautiful woman, it was just something for me that was bothersome. And so I definitely said I got to make a difference. And at the time, I actually opened a dance school as well. And just as an example to the kids, I didn't think it was a good idea. And so then also, with me being a single mom at the time of 3, I just thought about, like, if something happened to me because I wasn't taking care of myself, then guess what? Yeah, what do I have, or what do they have? And so I did the process of losing weight. Hired a personal trainer, a nutritionist. Even though I was already informed in that lifestyle, I still needed that extra push myself. Lost a bunch of weight, inspired other people, became a trainer myself, and hence started the Commit to Change movement on the fitness level. And as I continued on, I said, there's got to be more. There's got to be more, because it's not just about working out. It's not just about eating right. And I learned that, this commitment also has to do with your mind. So it's mind, body, and spirit. And so I said, how can I flip the script? And so that way people can find a way to maintain the ways that they're going. Because now, like I said, I had the business going, I had the weight thing going, then I was motivating people. So it was just like, it was a lot. And so sometimes we can lose ourselves in what we're doing and then end up not doing anything, or it just becomes something where we're just moving along, but we're not really being filled spiritually or mentally or emotionally, and then we become drained, and then it becomes a job, and then the passion goes away. So moving forward, I ended up taking a course, and I went back to school to get another BA. And in the midst of me being there, I decided, hey, I want to learn nutrition myself, and at the same time, I want to learn film, because I didn't get rid of being an actress. I've been doing that since I was a child, and so it's like, hey, I want to do film. Always wanted to learn how to do that whole thing. And in that, I took a class for web series. And so now I shifted the Commit to Change from being the fitness element to now it's going to be a documentary series. And this is when I stepped into people's lives, and I wanted to find out what changes they made in their life to enhance their lives, to live their best life, and how they were able to help other people. And so that started, but in the midst of that, hey, I got the opportunity to move to Europe. I said the opportunity, hey, I got married, yes. And I moved to Europe. And so that whole element shifted, because now I was in a new culture, I had to know a new language. So there was no, let me interview you and come into your life. It was like, let me get to know you first, or not me, but them. Like, I don't know who you are. You're not coming into my house. And the systems were just different. So being an American and being in Europe is just definitely totally different. Anyway, so I kept thinking, how can I continue this process? How can I continue this process while I am a million miles away, what I consider home? And it was just like being out in Europe in general, it just blew my mind. It opened my eyes to a whole new world. And I realized, like, wow, now I've gone global and worldly. And where's the one place that you can meet up with everybody? Hello, online or through social media. And that's when I decided to shift from doing the web series to doing, or documented web series, to doing it in podcast form. Now, you're still going to get videos, of course, because this is going to be a visual podcast as well as the audio podcast. You're still going to get that. But now the videos are just going to be the interview form, as opposed to, it showing the daily lives. I don't know, maybe I'll intertwine that somehow later, but right now this is where it's starting. And so here we are. Here I am coming to you. We will come to you once a week with a new interview and introduce you to a new person, provide you with the links necessary to get in touch with that particular guest, or to share it with a friend. And I really hope that it's going to motivate you to take that step that you might have been waiting on out of fear, out of anything that is causing you anxiety, anything that you're like, I want to do this, but I'm just not sure. Maybe one of the guests and one of the weeks is who is going to inspire you to take that extra step and go out there and go after your dreams and take the what people will say is a difficult or hard road so that way they can reach the level of success or just following your dreams. And that is really the goal, is to inspire, to create, to ignite that fire, passion, and motivate other people who might have been looking for that sign or that just that one story that just says, that person resonates with me. I'm going to take it to the next level. I'm going to do it. And of course, if you're just listening because you want to hear some people chat about what they do, or hey, you want to find out about their service, you want to help them, you want to support them, you want to move forward, then also do that as well. I really believe that this can be an awesome and spectacular and an amazing movement. And I know that we can help a lot of people. Just in case I didn't tell you, I am the founder of Miss Nikki Fitness, which was the beginning of that Commit to Change movement, as well as the founder of the Self-Lift Network. And Commit to Change podcast is a part of the Self-Lift Network. And we are about lifting self so that way, as we are lifted, then we can also help lift others, because we're going to bring everybody up together. We are falling, a lot of us, because there's so much things happening around and negativeness, blah, blah, blah. Stop sharing the negative stuff. Let's share the positive. Let's share the love, because love does make the world go round. And yeah, maybe honey foo-foo, but guess what? I would rather be in the foo-foo land all day long than have to deal with the stress of depression and negativity if I don't have to. So let's lift each other up. Let's support each other in the things that we're doing. And hey, let's do this together. So again, thank you. And welcome again, wholeheartedly, to the Commit to Change podcast. And I am almost certain that this podcast will help change your life. So make sure you subscribe so that way you know when the next show is up and running, and definitely share with the next person that you feel it might help or enhance. I love you guys. Take care, and make sure you know that if you want to get to the top of the steps, the first thing is you got to take a step. You have to take the first step, but just don't step on anyone else on the way up, because you just might trip. Take care. Till next time.